Yep, 144, that's it. Yep. Hello, I'm Ethan James. I'm a musician. What can I tell you about myself? I have 2 albums out, and I'm working on the 3rd.
Into the darkness. Into the darkness. Here we go!
Yeah, I like this song. Well, this lineup, this lineup of this configuration of the band. Eddie's a great bass player, very solid, and he's a real rocker, which is what I wanted in the band. He knows what a rock band is and does. He knows what I want from the songs. He's on the same page as me. Jimmy Buck on guitar, very versatile technical guitarist. He's a very colourful player, brings a lot of colour to the songs. Christian, great drummer. He's a very expressive drummer and dynamic, and he brings a lot to the table because he brings depth, I guess, to the beat and the rhythm side of things. Is that the there? Oh, you don't give second chances, but... Good. I used a guy called Joe Rhodes for piano on this album, an exceptional musician himself. He just plays some beautiful parts on the album, piano parts. Great bunch of guys, and they did very well on this album. Joe, remember the melody at the beginning of this one? Yeah, that's it.
No, you don't give second chances, but I'm hoping for me you can make just one.
I think the last 2 albums were different in their own right, but this 3rd one is probably somewhere between the 2. The last one, Electric Charge, was more like an indie pop album. This album is a bit more mature, a bit more universal, a bit more accessible. More substance than Never Setting Sun, which is the first album.
It's been a long time since I felt this kind of emotion. Baby, I made a mistake.
It's just a solid classic rock pop album. Lyrically, I guess it's more expressive, it's probably the most honest album I've done. An album about relationships and crossroads, when you get to crossroads in your life and you need to make some important decisions about what you're going to do. And it's about that, so it's a very real album.
They picked you out, but they couldn't take you on, so off with their lives.
We started in North London in a studio called Fish Factory, and we spent a couple of days there laying down the beds, and then we did the overdubs in another studio, a small overdub studio called BigMouth, and then we mixed it in Melbourne. I went to Australia to mix it. This was probably the hardest album I've ever made, although it's not finished yet, but I still think it was most difficult. It's very hard to make an album on a small budget. So I wanted to make a timeless record and a classic record. Artistically, what do I want to achieve? It's hard to put into words because I know what it's in my head, but it's hard to articulate that. I hope it does really well. I hope it's my breakthrough album. I hope it breaks through.
Please take my pain away. Please make it go away. Can you take the hurt and tear it apart?
My personal favourite track on the album at the moment is Pain Away. It's a piano ballad, it's kind of dark. It's So I guess it's sort of like my addiction from Electric Charge.
Away from a heart. Do this for me, and no more will I ask. Oh, dear boy, I'll let the love in.
I haven't really thought too much about the name for the album. I just gave it a title when I started. The name I've got for it at the moment is Passenger Escape. It may be the name, I don't know yet.
Dear boy, come let the love in. Oh, dear boy, now let the love, let the
I expect it'd be finished and available this year, 2010.